Kendra, and this is Amanda, and we're from Parker Heights Realty. Today we're going to talk to you about for sale by owner properties, also known as, you might have heard the phrase, FSBO. So we're going to talk to you a little bit about that.
Many people or sellers feel that in a strong seller's market that selling their home on their own will save them a lot of money, anywhere from between 3 to 6% in commissions. This can sometimes be true, but selling your own home carries a lot of serious legal responsibilities that are often overlooked, and then you also have to take on the stress of dealing with buyers directly just in order to save a little bit of money. According to the National Association of Realtors, FSBOs accounted for about 8% of home sales. The typical FSBO home sells for about $59,000 on the average, lower than if you were to list it with a licensed professional or a local realtor, which in reality, when you kind of compare those, $59,000 on an average, on an average, compared to paying a broker or realtor, 6% is actually a minimal fee. So also the other things are that if you, by listing with a licensed broker or realtor in your area, your exposure to the property, you're exposing your property to over 1,500 licensed agents just within Lane County, as well as approximately 2 million brokers nationwide, due to the different marketing aspects that broker might offer to you as a seller. Kendra has a few more interesting tidbits to let us know, and we're going to let her tell us.
So another thing people don't think about when they're listing their home for sale by owner is the negotiation aspect of it. So you're going to be doing negotiations for sales price, you're going to negotiate repairs, you're going to have to negotiate different things as you go, and you're also going to be making appointments with, say, inspectors or septic companies or well companies, and all this is a task that you can have Amanda or I, or whoever your realtor is, do for you. So some sellers don't think about that during the process when they get ready to sell their home. They're kind of fixated on the percent they're saving, wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm.
So there's that, and then also legalities. People aren't thinking about the forms that we have and the legalities of that, and it's forever changing. That's why we do continuing education, to keep up on the forms and the new rules and laws and regulations. And it's very important that you know all of the ins and outs of this, so you don't find yourself in the middle of some kind of a lawsuit or legality later. So when you weigh all of that out, I think that the 5 or 6% that you're spending to hire a professional is actually worth its weight in gold in the end.
To add to that, if you neglect something crucial like a mandatory disclosure, like a seller's property disclosure or an inspection report, you find yourself not just at the loss of a sale, but also potentially in serious some legal trouble as well, where with an agent, we take that on with our insurance and liability, and it's a lot easier than doing it yourself. So I would just highly recommend that any FSBOs really weigh the value of hiring a real estate professional and to advocate for them as well as the buyer, rather than doing it themselves. The other thing is, I've experienced this personally, where I had a seller just want to take things over themselves, and they wanted to call the buyer's lender and get an update on how things were going. Well, they're not going to tell you that, because that lender is there for the borrower, which is the buyer. They're working for them. So getting any updates personally from them is probably not going to happen. In a lot of cases, they tend to try to stick with the professionals that they work with in the industry. So, did you have anything else, Kendra?
I think that's all. And do we have any open houses coming up this weekend, or is that next weekend?
I believe next weekend.
All right. Well, then I guess that's all we have for today. So we'll catch you next week.